Hello, I'm going to walk through scenario 1 for EOI permanent denial. First thing we're going to do is we're going to log in as an administrator, and we're going to get my test company here. And we're going to go into the configure benefits, and we're going to make sure that we have a benefit configured to require EOI. So I'm going to go into define benefits plans and bring that up, and we're going to set up voluntary employee life in this scenario to require EOI, and that'll be what I'll be showing this on. So the plan is all set up. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to go to guaranteed issue. I'm going to go down here, and on open enrollment, I've set it up so that there's a number of increments of 10 that will not require EOI, and anything past that will require EOI. So this benefit is already set up. It's going to require us to have EOI, and we're just going to go now. I can save it. I don't have to because I've already set this one up, but you save it. All right, so now it's set up. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to log off as the administrator, and I'm just going to log in one of my my test users here. I'm going to log him in. This is what the user would see coming in. Obviously, this is a test user, so I don't have a lot of pretty headers or anything, but functions exactly the same. I'm going to go to the enroll annual, just like the employee would, or the subscriber would. I'm going to go down here to enroll in benefits. I've already done the first two parts so that we don't have to click through all that. And then I've set this test client up to be open enrollment. Come down here to voluntary employee life, and this is what the user will see. This is what they see today. There's no difference here, but I'm just going to show you, have them select an amount, and then we're going to go back out and we're going to go through the process of approving and denying permanently that amount. So we go down here and you can see how there's EOI required. Let's pick a large amount, and what we'll do is we're going to actually approve a smaller amount and then deny everything above it, and then we'll come back in here. So we're going to select 120,000, hit continue, just like the user would. Wait for the server, then hit continue here again. And this is just what the subscriber would be doing. So once that's all done, we're just going to log out that test user, and we're going to log back in your admin. In this case, I'm actually logging in as a root admin, but it won't matter. Any admin that can deny or approve EOI would be fine in this situation. Then we're going to go over to employee management, the same place we've always approved or denied EOI. I'm just going to search. I have a small employee base here in this test user, so this is the one that we were using here. Bring it up, and you can see out here pending coverage elections. So we'll just go over here and we'll go to EOI processing. And this brings up the employee, and it says, okay, they requested 1,200. Okay, well, let's go in here. And so this new option is actually to approve and disallow additional amounts. So the way it functions is whatever amount you put in here, it'll approve up to that amount, and then everything greater than or equal to that amount will be denied permanently. They won't ever be able to select an amount higher. So they've asked for 120,000. Let's say we get the insurance company comes back and says we can give them 100,000. So we type in 100,000 here, saying okay, that's what they get. You set the effective date, just set it to today, and you save that. So now their EOI coverage has been set up, and so if you would go out here and you would find the same employee. Don't worry about this, but I just want to show you. So if you look at the employee now, instead of saying pended when this comes up, it says okay, the volume is now 100,000 and it's set up. So let's log back out. log back in as that employee to show you here what that employee will now see when they come back in. So the employee comes back in. In the old situation, they would have been able to request a new EOI amount again of higher if they wish to. Now when they come in here, they go into enroll in their benefit. They look at the voluntary employee life. You can see that the volume is 100,000, just like what we approved, and then everything equal to that or greater than it is now been denied. So you come down here and you try to select anything, and anything above 100,000 is grayed out and says you're not eligible. And there's a little thing at the bottom saying the insurance carrier has limited the amount of coverage you can select. They could now select anything underneath that amount if they wanted to lower their coverage, and no EOI would be required because you've already approved of that amount, but they cannot select anything higher. So that is how the approve and disallow additional amounts, the permanent EOI denial, now functions.